Hi there, happy Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about getting to the root of our stress, anxiety, depression, overwhelm, even medical issues like heart issues, heart problems, right? Underneath all of those things, they all have one thing in common. If you find yourself suffering from, chronic stress, chronic pain, chronic, like all those things that I just listed, including medical issues like heart problems, there's one thing that they all have in common, which means there's one place that we can look to start to improve all of those things. And that is where we have our locus of control. And so if you've never heard of this before, this is, an interesting concept of internal versus external locus of control. And here's what that means. And listen, there's quizzes on the internet that you could take to figure out yours and everything else. But really, it's just asking yourself, when stuff's going down, right? When something happens, where does your thought immediately go? Does it go to blame outward, or does it go to what do I need to learn or do about this? Does your focus of, like, when you're feeling upset, when you feel emotions rise, is your initial instinct to find blame out there in the world? Is it to say, they made me upset, they did this to me, they did, is the blame out there? Or when you feel emotions rising within you, do you get curious about yourself? Oh, what does this mean? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? And it may feel like that's, because you may end up saying, well, when they said this thing to me, that's when this emotion arose. There's a very big difference between you made me sad and I feel sad because of something that was said or done. Feel that nuance between the two, because that is where it lies. And so what we do know, even about like people with medical issues like heart issues and people with chronic stress and fatigue and all of those things, is that they often have a pretty strong external locus of control where they feel like the world keeps punishing them, that all those people out there are doing all the wrong things that make me feel bad, that there's blame and there's finger pointing, and it's all out there of what did everybody do to upset me so much. When a car accident happens in front of you, do you immediately say, that jerk, like he ruined my day, right? Or do you say, like, that jerk, he cut me off, but if I was paying attention, I would have been able to swerve earlier if I wasn't driving so fast or if I wasn't so close to them, whatever it is. Notice where the blame or the focus lies. Are you looking at and blaming things that are out of your control, other people? Or are you looking at what is it about me? What is it about me that had this emotion rise? What is it about me that made this thing that that person said or did make me feel this way? Because the reality is, if we had 100 people in a row and somebody said something in a particular way, you'd get 100 different variations of reactions and emotions. So what does that say? Is it the message that caused the emotions, or the individuals that are feeling the different emotions? So when we focus on ourselves, then we're able to self-regulate and be healthier, right? So when we forgive others, or when we, see others for who they are, have empathy, that doesn't affect them at all. This idea of, well, they're getting away with it. No, that doesn't affect them at all. The only person that helps is ourselves. That by forgiving, looking at yourself, looking at the message within yourself, why does this affect me so strongly? That's the only place you do have control. And that's the only place where you can help make things feel better for yourself. It's kind of selfish, but in the good way, right? You are putting yourself, by letting go of those strings that you are attaching to other people. They're long gone. they're never thinking of you ever, ever again. It is only you that have this attachment of anger, blame, frustration, whatever those things are. And it's your choice to tether yourself to these people or to let it go and really bring the focus within. It is possible to switch your locus of control from external to internal. It is 100% possible. I know because I've done it. I know because I've done it. And it is also possible to have an overly healthy internal locus of control, to blame yourself for things that are not your fault, right? Blame yourself for, I threw away this one bottle of plastic, therefore the earth is going to die sooner, right? Like these huge, 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 huge ways to find blame for yourself that isn't your fault. So really it is about looking at not only like where you have blame or whatever else, but really just looking within. What are the messages you're hearing? What are the beliefs that you're getting about these messages? What are the emotions that you feel? Like really looking within. When you feel your emotions rise, no matter what they are, no matter positive or negative, whatever these emotions are, pause and take a look at yourself. What does this mean? What beliefs do I have attached to this? Why do I feel this way in this moment? What was the trigger? And then why was that trigger triggering for me? Knowing that it wouldn't be the same trigger for everyone else. It's in an individual relationship with that trigger. So what is it about that? And is it something that I want to work on? Do I want to stop feeling this way? Do I want to stop feeling out of control? So it is definitely possible to shift your locus of control. But the first step is awareness. So each time you feel an emotion, no matter what it is, boil up in there and start to feel pretty strong, take a look at where your focus is. Did your focus go to blame outward, or are you curious and looking inward? Why is this? Become a detective as to why you are feeling that way within yourself. This is, over and over again, the more research I do on this, the more scientific like data backs this up, that things like heart disease are attached to this internal versus external locus of control and our ability, because then once we can control that, then we can control better our reactions to our emotions. But the first step is awareness. Awareness creates choice. So first, just become aware. When you're feeling a big emotion, where is your focus? Let me know what you think, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.